Welcome to day 4 of our study of the book of Luke. Now, the book of Luke, they said, was probably written before 70 AD. The significance of that date is that 70 AD was the time when Rome ransacked Jerusalem. So during that time, the rebellion from the Judeans against the Roman Empire was increasing because they felt really oppressed by the Roman Empire. If you will think about it, if we will really consider that, given that context, it probably gives reason why Luke focuses on how Jesus ministered and reached out to the poor and the outcast. And Jesus is not teaching people to be poor or to be marginalized. No, when he gave special attention and favor to those people, he's not saying that, oh, we should all be poor and we should all be marginalized. No, what he's saying is that these people needs help. We need to reach out to them to bring them out of their situation. Okay, so we're not being taught by Jesus to be poor, but Jesus is teaching us to help the poor and pull them out from their situation, because we're the ones who can help them, so we should. And this focus of Jesus, of his ministry to the poor and the outcast, this is even more apparent in his parables. Remember when you watched the Bible Project, it says that when Jesus was on the road to Jerusalem, it was during that time that he was giving parables and teachings. And in his many parables, two of the most famous are the prodigal son and the parable of the Good Samaritan. Now, I would like to focus on the parable of the Good Samaritan because of the cultural and historical significance of that. What is Samaritan first? That's the first thing that we need to answer, because many stories, especially when they present it, they focus on the goodness that the Samaritan exemplified towards the person who was a victim of robbery, without really understanding the context of why this story is important to mention, that the person who helped the poor man or the victim is a Samaritan. During those times in Jewish culture, they hated the Samaritans. They don't like them. They despise them. So Samaritans are actually people who live in northern part of Israel. Okay, let's go back to our history in the Old Testament. Remember when the kingdom of Israel separated into two, the northern kingdom and then the southern kingdom. The capital of the southern kingdom is Jerusalem. Now, the capital of the northern kingdom is Samaria. Now, Samaria was first conquered by the Assyrians, and then they were exiled. And then what the Assyrians did is that they did not just exile all the Israelites living in Samaria. What they did is that they took out the Israelites and they repopulated the area. They repopulated Samaria with foreigners, so that the original land belonging to the Israelites was actually occupied by foreigners. Now, at first, people were dying because of plague and sickness there. So that's what happened. So someone told the king of Assyria that, no, it's not good that we're living there without knowing how to please the God of the Israelites. So what they did is that they brought back some of the Israelites along with the foreigners in Samaria, so that they would live together, and that the Israelites are supposed to teach these foreigners how to live in such a way that will please the God of Israel. And so the land of Samaria, the land of the north of Israel, they were populated with people who are products of intermarriages between foreigners and Samaritans, or the Israelites from Samaria, originally from Samaria. So the products are the Samaritans. Now, the Jews, they're still pure blood. Remember, God forbid them to intermarry. And Jews look at the Samaritans with contempt because these were product of intermarriage, something that is unclean, something that is despicable to them. So the Samaritans are actually outcasts. And the term Good Samaritan is in fact a paradox. To say that a Samaritan is good is laughable. It's like a good criminal or a good gangster, something like that. So, the parable of the Good Samaritan highlights that even those who are outcast by the society, even those who are marginalized, can exemplify goodness. Even though religious leaders don't believe that they can be. And in fact, in the story, it showed that it was actually the religious leaders who did not show kindness. And that's how Jesus teaches, because that's the principle for today. Jesus shows that God has no favoritism, and spiritual blessings belong not just to a few, not just to a chosen few, but to everyone, especially to the outcast, to the marginalized, and to the discriminated. Have we marginalized or discriminated someone, even unintentionally? Have you unintentionally looked down on street kids, beggars, the homeless people, or probably people living in slum areas? Jesus did not push those people away, but Jesus saw them as people who needs to be pulled out from their situation. Have you cursed or looked down on people of different race, different skin color, or probably even of different religion? Jesus treated everyone. He treated them with love and kindness. But kindness is not the only thing that Jesus gave to people, because his greatest gift to mankind is his blood that brought salvation. And he offers this not just to a few, but to everyone.